History recalls a few, but countless ordinary women leave echoes that endure. This is one of their stories.
I heard my grandma tell a story once, only once. It's when I was in college. I don't remember where we'd been, but I was driving her and two of her sisters from Utah home to Idaho. It was dark outside, and my grandma started to talk. And she shared a story I had never heard before, and her younger sisters had never heard before. It was quiet. We were totally silent. We didn't ask questions, and it felt like a sacred moment.
Before anyone knew Verla as a wife, a mother, or a grandmother, she was simply the oldest daughter. She grew up on a dry farm in eastern Idaho. Life on a dry farm asked much of every member of the family, and as the oldest, Verla learned responsibility early. But long before she became an adult, she also became acquainted with loss. When she was 5 years old, the influenza epidemic claimed her little brother, Everett. Not long afterward, 1-month-old Thelma died. Grief became a quiet companion in the Wheeler home. Years later, when Verla was 11, another ordinary day on the farm became the day that would remain with her for the rest of her life. Her father was working in the fields with the combine. Her youngest brother, Wendell, wandered toward the machine. From across the field, Verla saw him. She shouted, but the distance was too great. While her parents rushed Wendell into town, 11-year-old Verla stayed behind, praying. She prayed that he would live. She prayed that everything would somehow be all right. When her parents returned home, they carried the heartbreaking news. Wendell had died. And although no one blamed her, something inside that little girl quietly wondered if she hadn't prayed hard enough. Life moved forward. The family continued. Children grew, sisters laughed, faith endured. But this part of Verla's story was rarely, if ever, spoken aloud, until one quiet drive home, decades later.
And she choked up when she was telling this story, saying that she felt like her prayers were not enough. Even though I had known the story of Wendell being killed by a tractor like everyone in the family, we knew he'd been killed and that it was a tragedy. But I don't think anyone had ever heard it from my grandma's perspective.
Growing up, everyone in the Wheeler family knew the sisters as fun-loving, happy, joyful. They teased each other. They laughed. They told stories that made everyone laugh. Verla was different. She was quieter, more reserved, more serious. Karla loved her deeply and wondered why she was different. As the years passed, she realized something. She had spent her whole life knowing her grandmother without really knowing her. Little by little, so many things began to make sense. Verla loved fiercely. Every grandchild felt important to her. If someone was struggling, they knew their grandma loved them. She always sent the kids home with little containers of mints or lemon drops. She noticed people. She made them feel seen. One thing Karla remembers especially, if a child was carrying guilt over something that truly wasn't their fault, Verla was quick to reassure them. She wanted them to know. She wanted them to be free of carrying something they didn't need to carry.
I just tell her how much I love her and how sad I am that going through life she had to deal with so much pain and so much sorrow.
Through the story Verla shared in the car that night, Karla came to understand her grandmother in a way she never had before. And in that understanding, her love for her only grew deeper. Perhaps the greatest gift we can give another person is to truly understand them. And when we do, we often discover our own hearts changed in the process.
She was at a care center and she was all alone when she passed into the next realm. There wasn't a nurse there, there wasn't a caretaker, there wasn't a family member there. And I know some family members felt really bad that Grandma was alone when she passed away. And I remember instantly thinking, Grandma could only pass away if she was alone, because she never wanted a family member to feel the burden she had watching people pass away. It had to be when she was alone.